Yeah, welcome and welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast. Got another interesting show for you here today. Hope you enjoy it. But before we do, you know what we got to do. If you're here on YouTube, go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, and that notification bell so you can be kept aware of whenever new content comes out, and you'll be right on top of it whenever I choose to bless the mic and give you all some more. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, then make sure you open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in the Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you enjoy the content that we give, please give us that thumbs up or give us that 5-star review. It definitely helps. Please share the show with other sports fans you know that might want to hear a different voice and a different idea than what you normally hear on most of these sports talk shows. And finally, make sure you do all these things. We really appreciate it. It helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And now let's get right to it. Okay, so I've done a few shows talking about Isiah Thomas and how he can't win in his beef with Michael Jordan, and John Salley, former Bad Boy Piston and former champion Chicago Bull, and I believe former champion with the Los Angeles Lakers, who knows both Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan very well. He weighed in on this with DJ Vlad, where he makes a few appearances a year and always has some very interesting things to say. So, of course, DJ Vlad had to ask him about Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan, and here's what he had to say. Let's check that out. We'll be right back to talk about it.
I mean, you mentioned Isiah Thomas. He demanded a public apology from Michael Jordan over that whole asshole remark in The Last Dance.
Oh, okay.
You think he'll get one?
No. I couldn't say no fast enough. It was a smart thing to ask, because then it makes people then go back to look and see what it is. But the crazy thing is, Isiah and Michael were hella cool. I got video. When they were doing events, they were hella cool. And then us beating them literally 2 times and coming back, Michael had to realize, I have to dislike this guy in order to beat him. I can't be cool with it.
So that was interesting. And again, like I said earlier, if you didn't know, John Salley won championships with the Detroit Pistons, the Bad Boys, in the late 80s, 89 and 90. And then he ended up at one point playing for the Chicago Bulls. He won a championship there with Michael Jordan. And then he went on to win another championship playing with the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant. So John Salley, he knows all these characters quite well. And obviously, I thought it was so interesting the way he speaks so glowingly of Isiah Thomas in terms of Isiah being able to basically make miracles at 6 feet tall. And one of the things I said in a previous episode, which you can go back and check out, I think it was Isiah Thomas won on every level, but he can't win this. One of the things I said there was this whole thing with Michael Jordan and Isiah Thomas is unfortunate because we know Michael Jordan's the GOAT, but Isiah Thomas is no slouch. He's an all-time great player. I think I probably have him top 15. I think he's the second best point guard of all time, and he was really an incredible basketball player. And because of this thing with Michael Jordan, I think a lot of people either have forgotten or never knew or won't go check it, just don't realize how great he was and his reputation as a player, except among real hoopers. But for the most part, his reputation as a player is truly suffering because of this, right? People are just going to take what Michael Jordan says at face value. And I'm not saying there's only one side and it's Isiah Thomas' side or what have you, but it is unfortunate that all of this has to take away from a basketball legacy that should be up there with the all-timers in terms of, I think he won gold at the Pan Am Games. He didn't get to play in the Olympics because of boycott. And then, of course, Dream Team, he didn't make that because of Mike and Scotty and Magic. So he won gold. He won a national championship in college with Bob Knight and at Indiana. And then, of course, he won 2 championships in the pros. 3 straight trips to the finals with the Bad Boy Pistons. So the guy's the ultimate winner. He's just a tremendous basketball player, but he's just not going to get that due because of this thing with Michael Jordan. So it was really interesting to hear. This is the thing, right? Isiah Thomas, and it's not on him because every appearance he makes, of course, people are asking him about this Michael Jordan thing. And so he's just giving his side of it as anyone would do, right? He's giving his side and telling what he feels is the truth. So we know the truth is always somewhere in the middle, right? There's Michael Jordan's side, there's Isiah Thomas' side, and then there's somewhere in the middle where the truth lies. So, it's going to vary depend on who is holding the microphone at that time. So, um, it's just crazy and it's unfortunate. But I thought it was so interesting that John Salley, when asked about it by DJ Vlad there, do you think he's going to get that apology he asked for? John said, nope. And I couldn't say no fast enough because everyone knows Michael Jordan is notoriously petty. But I think if it's my take on this, I think that Isiah Thomas knows that too. And his goal here is not necessarily to actually get the apology from Michael Jordan because he is a smart guy, that being Isiah Thomas. He's a smart guy. So it's not necessarily to get the apology from Michael Jordan, but to show everyone how petty Michael Jordan is, right? To give his side. And hopefully, people are going to see like, damn, Mike did this dude dirty. Mike, he won't speak up. He won't say anything about it. And, he won't apologize. So I think the goal is to kind of flip the script because as we know, being the leader of the bad boys, Isiah Thomas has had a bad rep all these years. And Michael Jordan is pretty much the golden child, right? Now, even though, and that shows you real quick how great he was as a player, because Michael Jordan is notoriously petty and he has been a jerk to a lot of people. This is, not my opinion. These are things that have, been said, been reported on. But the fact is he was just so far and away the greatest basketball player of all time. People can look past all that stuff. So I think what Isiah Thomas is trying to do here is kind of flip the script and show people that I'm not the bad guy here, even though I was, the leader of the quote unquote bad boys. I'm not the bad guy here. A lot of this is Michael Jordan, and you guys need to look at this more objectively. So I think it's really interesting. And again, like I said previously, Isiah Thomas, you are a winner on every level, but you can't win this one. I would love for, I would hope, I truly would hope that all this back and forth and this bickering, I guess it's not even back and forth because he said what he said and he's not going to say anymore. But I would truly hope that all of this is making maybe some of the people who don't know how great Isiah Thomas was go back and actually take a look at the things that he could do on the basketball court because he was incredible. He's better. He was better than any point guard that's playing today. I say that with no compunction. He is absolutely better than any point guard playing today. And yes, that includes Steph Curry. He couldn't shoot like Steph Curry, but as I've said many times on many basketball episodes of this show, shooting the three was not a paramount skill when Isiah Thomas was playing. But I believe he had the best handle ever because he didn't carry the ball. He just, he did what he did. He wasn't dribbling it off his feet. He wasn't turning it over. He was breaking down, a lot of traps and going through tight lanes and packed lanes. He was physically tough because, when he went in there, he was taking a lot of punishment, but he get back up, go to the free throw line, knock down his free throws. Isiah Thomas was incredible. And it's just, I keep saying it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't know how great he was, but I can only hope that because of this whole thing with Michael Jordan, that he will have the opportunity because more people will go back and take a look at him and what he was. And hopefully John Salley saying what he said on a platform as big as DJ Vlad, mentioning that he saw Isiah Thomas make miracles at, 6 feet tall, that people will respect and appreciate that from a guy who's won multiple championships and multiple franchises. All right. So I guess I want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think of John Salley's comments? Do you think that Michael Jordan should give Isiah Thomas an apology? Do you think he owes him one? Do you think Isiah Thomas will ever get it? I know the answer to that one. All right. But anyway, leave your comments in the comment section. Can't wait to hear from you. And I'm out. Peace.